Oh, Tracy, now we're all hungry, and I hope that you all grabbed a snack because our next segment is going to really make you want a sweet treat. Leanne Velke, I am so excited to have you here, my registration expert. Registration is not just icing on the cake, is the conversation that we had. And did you know that Leanne is an actual cake decorator? So we are so excited to take this TikTok style and have an amazing conversation about event registration while we get to witness this decoration. Leanne, welcome aboard. What have you got in front of you?
Thank you. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm so nervous, Liz, that we're doing this, but I just
You're
whipped up
great. You
this
look
little
amazing. You
60
sound
girl.
amazing. Let's do it.
Yep, I'm rocking my Leanne Bakes Cake sweatshirt, which is not the most flattering, but had to come with it. So happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So when I
All right.
first met you,
Um,
which was probably 2019 or so, you had a registration specialty on one particular platform. Now you've kind of branched out a little bit and you're learning more about all the other platforms. Are you feeling like a registration expert in all of them yet?
I am not expert in all of them. There is so much information out there, Liz. It is crazy. And there are so many platforms. There's a lot to learn. And I'm on a tear right now, as many of you may know, to get on demos with as many platforms as I possibly can, but they're exhausting. There is so much information to take in. And, the best way to learn really is by doing. And so I'm trying to get my hands on more platforms. Sorry, multitasking,
No,
real
you're good.
fun, real
We
hard.
heard it here first. If you have event tech that has registration in it, reach out to Leanne Velke to offer her a demo because she is taking up all the demos. But here's my challenge. After about the 7 minute mark, my eyes start to droop. How far can you take a demo before you fall off?
Okay, so I've been really generous in my demos, Liz, because I love information and I have such a hard time uh, getting through anything in 7 minutes or 15 minutes as we have here. So they've been really long demos, but I can do a good 20, 30 minutes. I can do 2 hours if I'm really loving your product.
Oh, 2 hour demo? Good Lord.
I know, Liz. It's so bad.
Okay.
So
Well, how can everyone begin to think and act like a registration expert? It's not just a platform, right? It's a lifestyle. What does it mean to be a registration expert?
Well, yeah, it takes some of us to be extremely passionate about this topic. It's something I'm extremely passionate about. And it's a personal mission of mine um, to really sort of bring registration to the forefront a little bit more and get people thinking more strategically. I really am hating, like, I hate when it's like, just get registration live. Like,
Right.
there's a lot that goes into registration. And so, my number one tip is I really would love for everybody to start listening in all those planning meetings. Like, listen for the little things that come up that might affect your registration process, right? And the way this comes out is like, you're in a meeting and they're like, how are we doing on the t-shirt designs? And it's like my brain will click and be like, okay, maybe we're going to need to ask for t-shirt size
Oh, yeah,
in
for sure.
registration, right? And it comes up in, oh, don't forget to order those little like badge sticker things, right? Like, oh, okay, we're going to want to like work badge, the badge design into what we're having, building out in our registration process. So really be acutely aware and listen for those little things that come up in all those meetings where people don't think that this is a big deal, but this might actually affect your registration process.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
so you have been on a registration demo I was going to call it an apocalypse, but I'll say spree. What are some of the
It's
tech tools
free
you've
is a really
discovered?
good word.
What
Sorry.
are some of the new ones that you've discovered that have you really excited?
Okay, I admit I did a little I did a LinkedIn article actually. I feel so bad that I have slept on G2 Planet for so long. This is like such an incredible platform. I
Yeah,
got to
Mark
spend
Gronowski, good
really
work over
good
there.
time with Mark. Yeah,
Mhm.
Mark is amazing. The platform is so good. I am just so excited about what he's built out and what he's created. It is very cool from a um, management side, but also obviously they're building out the registration side, which is my favorite part. But
Mhm.
it's amazing for planners as well. Um, I have recently fallen in love with Swoogo. They're not new to me. They have been in my world for a while, but I recently got to get my hands back on it, and I'm re-loving it. And new to my world, I'm psyched to get on some demos with both Event Mobi and Session Board.
Yeah.
And Event Mobi I've known for a while, but I've never actually gotten the demo. So I'm excited. Bob seems like such an amazing human, such a down to earth guy. He actually has really made me excited about their product. And Session Board, I'm really excited about because I didn't even know, but one day I woke up and I was like, you know what would make planning easier is if there was like a drag and drop calendaring site sort of function for sessions. So we're not in the back end of registration trying to like manually figure out like, oh, did I change this time from 4:15 to 4:20 or whatever. And I was on a call actually with John from Excel Events, and I said this to him, and he was like, I think Session Board does that. And I was like, what? That would
Oh.
be amazing. So I am yet to do the demo with Session Board, but those are a couple of products I'm like super excited about and excited to dive into and hopefully get my hands on.
So I
Because
want
I
your
love them.
opinion. There are two camps. This is Camp Vampire, Camp Werewolf. Do you have to have your entire agenda ready when you launch registration so people will pick their sessions, or can you launch registration and then have people go back in closer to the event to pick their sessions? What are your thoughts?
I hardly ever have ever launched registration with all the sessions. Who is that organized? That's what I want to know. Like,
I
who
think the
actually
association world is more organized than the corporate world. So maybe in their world they actually have it together.
I give props to the association world then because
Yeah.
I have hardly ever seen registration launched with a full agenda. Um, we do need to get registration up and it needs to get going. And people, I don't, especially corporate, I don't think people are thinking that far in advance to pick their
Agreed.
agenda that soon, you know? I think like a few weeks before, maybe people are starting to put their hats on and get into the mode of what am I going to do at this event? What sessions do I want to go to? But
Hmm.
I don't think I don't think we need it for registration. I think we need to give attendees enough information to make an informed decision about whether they want to come and sort of what they're going to get out of this event, what the content is probably going to be. But we do not need to have every single line item listed out at that point. I'm usually putting agendas in a few weeks before as we're getting ready to actually launch our meeting app.
So tell us a little bit about what you do. Do you consult and come in and build out registration sites for clients? Is that the main role?
I do, yes. I have sort of been known as the Stevent girl. So I have been building Stevent registration sites for too long. I've built way too many of them. I come in, I build out the site and get it all set up. I dive into all the nitty gritty details of what you need to collect from your attendees. And the thing I love the most is untangling all of those wires to make it into a carefully curated thoughtfully planned out process so that all of those attendees are being asked the right questions and we're getting the right information. I absolutely love the more complex, the better for me. Like, bring on all the crazy stuff. Sometimes I make
I
things
love
more
it.
complex than they need to be because I can and because I really believe in curating that attendee journey and making sure that we're not asking things of our speakers that we need to ask of our attendees. Those people don't need to have the same experience, and it's my job to make sure I'm building that out correctly for you.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad there are people like you in this world, because people like me do not want to spend all of that detail oriented brain power doing these things. And you are a magician, as we can see in front of you. Can we go into a one box? Is that possible to zoom in on this cake? Look at this
I'm like, I don't know
creation
if
that
I
she's
can
got
like
here.
zoom it in at all
Oh,
or
they're going to
like
bring it
show
in
it
for
to
us.
you.
Look at this.
Oh,
What?
okay, here we go.
What have you done?
here's our little here's our little Christmas tree, little border on the top, and you can't see the magnificent glitter, but that is for you guys. There is always glitter on all of my cakes, and I'm gonna cut into this bad boy for us
Let's do
really
it.
quick. We're gonna cut it because my kids and I are gonna eat this thing this weekend. Because what else does someone do with a whole entire cake that they do just for a Club Itchy telethon? Give it to your
I
kids,
love it.
make them eat
This
it.
is amazing. What kind of
Hold
cake did you
on,
make?
hold on. You're gonna love it.
I
You're gonna love this.
Is it just for me? Oh, look at that. It's like funfetti. Layers. What's inside? Are those M&Ms?
I didn't have time to get M&Ms, but I stuffed it with sprinkles for you
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
The frosting is green and red on the inside. There's lots of sparkles.
This is
I'm gonna let
mind
this cake
blowing.
come in.
Oh yeah, let the kids at it. Take a fork, little one.
Just one. I only have one kid today, but we're gonna eat this. Beckett also wanted to tell you to share with all of us that when you're signing in for a call, make sure you're all set up with your whole setup before you go for your sign in. That's what he taught me today.
Ah, very, very good. Thank you,
Something in
Leanne.
your
This
ear.
was
I'm
so
sorry.
much fun. You have taught us so much today, and I am blown away by your cake. It's Leanne Bakes Cakes, right? And you're in the Northeast? Remind me where you are.
I'm in Vermont. I honestly don't make cakes for public consumption. This was really my COVID project,
Only
my
for
COVID
very
business.
special Club Ichi community members who live in Vermont. So we'll keep that in
Very,
mind.
very special occasion. Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun today. Props to you guys. I love you guys, and I can't wait to keep watching.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, folks, you heard it here first. Registration is not just the icing on the cake. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.